The Restored Church of God, Part 1. This one's a lot to unpack. Pack. I present to you David Pack. We'll get to him later. But first I wanted to take a look at the RCG's introductory video, because you know they say they're the only church. Number of membership? Unclear.
God's Word reveals the path to this promised abundance. It shows us exactly how to attain happiness, productivity, and success.
That's very prosperity gospel sounding. Let me be clear. The Bible does not say that all your dreams will come true. In fact, it says quite the opposite for believers. But you don't want to scare away new members who might give you more money. Money! Money! It makes the world go round. The Restored Church of God, Part 2. Hey, Dave, what should we talk about? Because there's so much! You're making it really hard for me to talk about you in 7 one-minute videos. But not for lack of trying. Look what I got, Dave. Wait, no, it's mine. No! We'll talk about the money later. The RCG presents a really happy appearance. And unlike the UCG, they have no problem saying that they're from Armstrong. The RCG, however, does have kind of a closed-door policy. So the things that happen in the church are pretty hard to find out, unless you have ex-members who expose it. I present xrcg.org, a phenomenal resource. They actually have a counter for all the false prophecies. David Pack loves the false prophesies so much that he has an over 400-part series on it. The chosen has come! The Restored Church of God, Part 3. You want it? Nah. We have a prophet among us. David says that he has many names. Armstrong said that he was Elijah, but David said, no, he's Moses. That he is Elijah. And the messenger of the covenant, that prophet, which is also what Gerald Fleury calls himself, the refiner, the plant of renown, the star of Jacob, that his appearance is like brass. For those who don't know, all those titles put him on really shaky ground. It's either blasphemy or truth. The biblical concept of blasphemy means to defame someone. Blasphemeo. Basically, it means you take God's authority and replace it with your own. Many of the names that I presented refer to Christ himself. Shaky ground indeed. If it ain't true and Christianity is, the Restored Church of God, Part 4. I talked about this insanity in The Plain Truth in October 1963. How the WCG was very much segregated. I was born in the late last dying breaths of the Worldwide Church of God, and there were interracial marriages. And I also particularly remember interracial marriages in the UCG, at least in the congregation that I attended. However, I have it on very good authority that the RCG is very much segregated. Let me be clear, that is not the message that they present to the public. You will find videos on their YouTube channel that show a lot of interracial gatherings. But races are not allowed to dance together. They're not allowed to be seen in the same car together. If you're mixed race, you can only marry the race that you look like more. The blatancy is astounding. The Restored Church of God, Part 5. This is going to be interesting. In the Worldwide Church of God, there were 3 tithes. The yearly tithe, the tithe for the Feast of Tabernacles, and the tithe for the poor. The tithe for the poor was once every 3 years with a 7-year release. 3 years, 3 years, 1 year release. 3 years, 3 years, 1 year release. The WCG's take on the 7th year release, though, was a little bit lax. There was a lot of discussion on, well, when is the 7th year? This guy, though, abolished it. No rest for the wicked. The 3rd year tithe is meant for the poor. That means that if you cannot meet your financial burdens, then you were able to apply. Applying for relief in the RCG, though, is a trial. Very few ever get assistance. And in my next video, I'm going to show why. No, Matt, don't take my money! The Restored Church of God, Part 6. You know you want it. So say you wanted to apply for third tithe relief. What would you expect? Feel free to pause and take it all in. All of it. And this form is just the beginning. The church will go over every single nook and cranny of your financial situation. Every nook and cranny. You are expected to present your tax forms. Even if you don't apply for third tithe relief. Yeah, they monitor your income to make sure you're truly giving the right amount. If you apply and your application is pending, you are still expected to give. He even gave a sermon on how they will not help you if you don't give your third tithe. And if you're denied, they do present loans for you, but you pay them back. The Restored Church of God Part 7. In an earlier video, I said that their introduction seemed pretty prosperity gospel sounding. I was not wrong.
Abundant life can be theirs if they will follow God's formula.
In the same video, he quotes John 10:10. This is the word that's translated as abundant. In this context, it means that your life will be greater than you expected. It does not mean wealth. There is a plethora of verses that say that being a Christian is hard. Nowhere in the New Testament does it say anything different.
Why then do so many believe Christianity is supposed to be endured instead of enjoyed?
I don't know, Pac. No idea. Beats me, no clue. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.